you see this issue playing out, you know, as we go down the road of the presidential campaign, and who do you think the voices are going to be in terms of the sort of national security debate?
Well, it's interesting. You know, I was thinking about how in some ways so little has changed in the 8 years, in terms of the kind of the political dimension of this in the 8 years or close to 8 years that Obama's been president. When the Obama administration announced its plan last week, I guess it was, to finally close down Guantanamo. So on the one hand, you know, we are 7 years past Obama's executive order when he promised to close down Guantanamo in 1 year, and here we are. But also the reaction to this new plan from primarily Republicans, but also Democrats in Congress, when a major part of the plan was to move some relatively small number of remaining detainees at Guantanamo to maximum security facilities here in the United States, where, by the way, not a single prisoner has ever escaped a maximum security prison in the United States. And it was oh my God, the president is endangering our national security. We absolutely can't afford to bring any of these people into the country because I don't know, because they will escape and they will attack us and kill us. I mean,
Yeah.
And so so little has changed, and we were talking before about what Obama's legacy is going to be on these issues, and I'm wary of prognosticating about presidential legacies, because I think it takes you look at what happened to Bill Clinton's approval numbers after he left office, and even George W. Bush now, who's faring quite a lot better than he did. But on these issues, I think it's sort of in the short term connected to what happens to ISIS. That is considered the central counterterrorism threat right now, and there has not been a San Bernardino aside, and that was not a externally directed attack that came from within. There has not been an ISIS attack or a Al-Qaeda attack in this country, a significant ISIS or Al-Qaeda attack since 9/11. Unless we have another attack like that, my guess is over the longer haul, Obama's not going to be viewed as the president who ended the terrorism threat, but he probably won't be blamed for making it worse. And on ISIS, and maybe Mike disagrees with this, I think the debate is going to continue to be as it is now. Well, who's responsible for the emergence of ISIS? Is it Obama for having not negotiated a status of forces agreement with the Iraqis, and then having withdrawn from Iraq, creating a vacuum that led to the emergence of ISIS? Or is it the original sin of invading Iraq in the first place? And I don't think that's a debate that's going to be resolved in anytime soon. And my guess is over the long haul, that's not one that's going to. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say how that will affect Obama. It's too soon to say. It's too soon to say.
Look, of course, 10 years, 20 years now, who knows? But I do think a lot is going to hinge on what the state of ISIS is when he leaves office in January. And if they are still holding huge swaths of territory in Iraq and Syria, they're still in control of Mosul, they've taken control of large portions of Libya, then I think that is going to be a very big shadow on Obama's legacy. This is something that happened on his watch, and you take it from the moment, when he got Bin Laden in 2010, which is what he wanted his legacy on terrorism to be, to